What it do, y'all? It's your boy Do-Rag Day. We back with another Clouded Reacts.
Joke from YouTube.
Yes, sir. We on this motherfucking ground. We see what y'all up to. We got another great story today.
Tay-K, bro.
Mr. Come Catch Me. Mr. Do the Race. Mr. Five Deuce Crip himself. Mr.
That nigga sure is a crib, ain't he? I forgot.
Mr. Smoke Your Granddaddy. All that. You know what I mean? All that.
Boy. Cut the ankle monitor off, all type of shit.
All type of shit. All type of shit. You know,
race him.
You know what I'm saying? So, look, y'all, we here. We here with that shit, you know what I mean? Let's get into it, bro. None other than Tay motherfucking K.
Hold on right quick, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say this, before we get into it. We appreciate all the new support that
for sure.
Y'all as our audience, give us, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Me and Dave just talk about this, how we, thinking about, being with our dog, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Thuggin', you know what I mean? Just starting this whole wave and just, seeing how it go and how it's been going, man. We just appreciate, all y'all, my audience, Dave, our audience, it's much appreciated. And we also got the pod coming back, you know what I'm saying? For the summer. And yeah, we love y'all niggas, man.
For sure, love y'all niggas, man. For sure. But yeah, let's get started on this video. Yes. I'm eager to go down memory lane as they will.
Tay-K has been in prison for the last 6 years out of a 55-year sentence given to him by a jury. Prior to this, he was on house arrest for 8 months when suddenly he sent out a tweet stating he had enough. He and his best friend cut off their ankle monitors and said they were going on the run, and if police wanted them, they were going to have to come find them. It would take U.S. Marshals a 3-month nationwide search when they eventually apprehended him on the other side of the country, with Tay-K taunting them every step of the way. Eventually, on June 30th, 2017, he was captured. But he had one more trick up his sleeve to show the world. Just hours after his arrest, a music video to his song titled The Race was published on a YouTube channel. After social media got a hold of it, there was no going back. Almost overnight, Tay-K would have a viral hit on his hands. People were now tuning into this story of a 17-year-old kid who ran from the police, made songs about it, and you couldn't even help but watch it. But nobody at the time knew the severity of his crimes. The blood of 2 innocent people had been shed.
Tamor McIntyre ever so slightly rolled his head to the side as a judge announced his 55-year prison sentence for the murder of Ethan Walker.
Now at 22 years old, he says he never had the chance to be an adult. One of his co-defendants, who was a white female, only got 10 years of probation. But Tay-K was ultimately sentenced to 55 years in prison for just one of the murders. This led to him stating if he was white, he wouldn't have received such a harsh punishment. All he wants is a second chance.
You got the world going crazy right now? I heard something about it.
I was terrorizing, you was kicking rocks, nigga. I was fighting Judge Nemo.
Tamor McIntyre was born June 16, 2000 in Long Beach, California, in Deep Crips territory. Both of his parents were gang members, and even though his dad was always in and out of prison, his mom was still active with the Baby Insane Crips, while raising the 2 kids, him and his sister Kayla. But things really took a turn for the worse when his dad was doing a 7-year run in prison for a deal gone bad in 2002. Without a father figure around,
he looked bad than a motherfucker. Like, that nigga looked like a menace to society as a kid. And I hate to do that to children, but look at that nigga. He looked annoying as hell.
Bad as hell early.
I didn't know he's from California. I thought he was from Texas or some shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe we need
to California?
Let's continue to watch. Let's continue to watch because I thought a nigga said that, but hold on, let's continue.
It was hard for him to find guidance. Eventually, their mom was unable to raise them, and they soon found themselves in the foster care system, bouncing around from different families who ultimately didn't want them.
Been in foster care since we were like really young, like damn near all our life. We never stayed with our parents. We kind of stayed in different foster homes, bouncing around.
This was him and his sister's childhood as they stayed in the foster care system, and they said they never really experienced Christmas as a kid. Eventually, his mom did escape the gang life, and she relocated the family about 4 hours away to Las Vegas. They ended up only spending about a year there until 2009, and that's because his dad was released after serving his 7 years. Being forced to Texas was the last thing they wanted, but Tamor was enrolled in elementary school and then eventually middle school. Still, he and his sister felt trapped with their dad, who by now had started to abuse them badly for the smallest things. He didn't want to think about it, and he wanted to be anywhere else but home, so he stayed at friends' houses as much as he could. Now the streets welcomed him, and he welcomed the streets.
Damn.
In 2014, he was a freshman at Martin High School, but most of his time was spent freestyling with his friends. They called themselves the Daytona Boys. They were rowdy and loud and would rap and smoke weed whether they went to school that day or ditched. 3 people made up the Daytona Boys: Eric Johnson or Santana Sage, Jalen Bell or Pimps, and Tamor, who now rapped as Tay-K 47. In addition, they had a manager named Ezra who was important to the team and handled everything behind the scenes. To them, Daytona Boys was a brotherhood, and the group knew they had something special, so they figured why not start uploading on SoundCloud. But even with music in his life, he just couldn't stay out of trouble. This old tweet shows a letter of him being expelled from high school after he brought marijuana on grounds. He didn't want to go back to school and he couldn't go back home, so nothing really mattered. Tay-K would often sleep over Pimp's house at night, and after being kicked out of high school, they only grew closer. He was on—
Shit, I know a nigga in 5th, 6th grade had that shit on him.
I know, but I'm saying, like, as I get older and shit, like, just like getting pregnant. Like,
nigga, we was so prevalent. I hate to shout out my neighborhood like this, but nigga, I been one day, nigga, this girl, I ain't no names. That's your motherfucking, your family. Came to school with a goddamn
family.
Came to school with an ounce, nigga. Cause she said she found that shit on the sidewalk.
Damn, I know who you talking about.
That shit was so prevalent in our neighborhood though. Like, nigga, that shit got left on the sidewalk, nigga. That's how much weed was like back then was going through the neighborhood like that. Not saying it's like crack or nothing, but like that shit was like common for niggas stay bringing that shit.
Bruh, and then like honestly, like and just thinking of, you know how you get older, you just think on certain shit.
Like that was some dumbass
shit.
Like,
bruh, I was going to school smelling like weed food. Cause I'm around my uncle and them and shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? My family.
And that shit did not smell good. Cause you gotta think this was before they was smoking mid. This was before 2013, 2020. They was smoking mid. I remember that shit. That shit was stanky as fuck.
That shit fucks up.
Stanky as hell, bro. Mid is
hard
stanky.
to get out your clothes too.
And they wash it all down with a black or a cigarette, nigga. You smell like outside.
What?
Nigga.
With the wood tips.
You smell like outside, nigga. I thank God my mom and dad went smoking. But when I went to like CJ them house, nigga, hell no.
Man, boy, my auntie and them boy used to go crazy in the tattoo room with it. Mm-hmm. Full of it.
Nah, they've been watching this shit though. Let's see what he turned out.
On his own at 15 years old. Now his full attention was on his music and social media, pushing the Daytona Boys as much as he could, being seen in interviews before anyone even knew who they were.
Tay-K 47 from Daytona Boys.
Pimpy's from Daytona Boys. Shout out to my nigga Ezra.
And with their manager's help, they were even booking shows. After their shows would run into 2 a.m. into the night, they were in the streets doing what they believed they had to do, robbing, stealing, and toting guns, and anyone who got in their way would learn with death.
Fatal shooting involved an exchange of words between 2 carloads of people who just left a party, New Year's morning 2016.
On December 31st, 2015, the Daytona Boys were at a New Year's show in Arlington and finished around 2 a.m. Santana Sage was the only one with the car, and he always drove everyone around, with Tay-K and Pimps in the front and back. They left and pulled up to a stoplight when another vehicle pulled alongside them. From here forward, it's unsure what exactly happened next, but we do know that Santana Sage fired a gun into the other vehicle, killing a 21-year-old college student, Sarah Mushlanger, in cold blood, driving off with Tay-K and Pimps as the passengers. He was later arrested after police used his Twitter account to match the vehicle.
It was a series of Twitter posts that they say led them to Johnson all the way from this New Year's Eve party that they say he attended.
His defense was that the Daytona Boys were being called racial slurs by the other car, and that provoked Santana, but he only meant to scare them with the gunshots. But it didn't matter. An innocent girl was dead and her parents were left to wonder why.
We'll be okay.
Tay-K and Pimps, however, were both minors and faced no charges. Their names weren't even mentioned in court. And when you can just walk away from something that big, it makes you feel invincible. After a 6-month trial, a jury only took 3 hours to find Santana Sage guilty and gave him 44 years in prison.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Eric Jamal Johnson,
44 years.
guilty of the offense of murder.
Tay-K was still only 15 years old at that time. He had no money, nowhere to live, and was not legally allowed to work. He needed a way to survive, and he had to do something. On July 26, 2016, Tay-K, Pimps, and 5 others would formulate a plan. Sean Robinson, Lotharian Merritt, Ariana Barrett, Megan Holt, and a minor named Mia. Together they made a plan to rob Mia's boyfriend, 17-year-old Zachary Bellet, while he was inside of his home. Their plan would go like this. Zachary and his roommate Ethan were staying at a house located on the 1500 block of Mansfield, Texas. Tay-K and the 6 others met in an apartment where they gathered weapons and talked over the plan. Pimps got brass knuckles and 2 of the men grabbed guns. Tay-K was unarmed and says he told the group to have his back in case anything went down. Mia and her 2 friends Ariana and Megan left to Zachary's house around 5 p.m. They made it seem as if they just wanted to smoke and hang out. But what Zachary didn't know was that Tay-K, Pimps, Sean, and Lotharian were waiting down the street in a car for a text message. It seemed simple enough, but that night their plans quickly fell apart. When the 3 girls arrived, they were surprised to see there was a lot more people in the home than they expected, and this pushed their plans back by hours. But they couldn't wait forever. 10 p.m. was approaching. Tay-K and the others became impatient as well, feeling like it was now or never. The girls decided to go ahead with their plan and made their way to the door to unlock it when no one was looking. 4 men burst into the home, 2 of them armed with guns. Sean held Zachary at gunpoint, and Lotharian held Ethan Walker at gunpoint, with Tay-K and Pimp still looking for anything of value, but they came short of what they were promised. The next few minutes happened fast, but when they hesitated, Lotharian panicked, and without even remember doing it, he shot Ethan Walker in the stomach, killing him. Sean would panic at the same time after hearing the first shot go off, and he would shoot Zachary, striking him in his shoulder, but only injuring him. They knew they messed up, and it was only a matter of time of when they got caught. In this now famous video that shows Tay-K crying during his interrogation, prosecutors and investigators were trying to figure out what exactly happened that night. He finally broke down and admitted to robbing, but he says he never shot or knew that.
So this nigga snitching.
Damn, he snitched.
Hey.
Woo.
I really don't give a fuck with this. I really don't give a fuck about what y'all saying.
I ain't know that.
He was the kid with this shit. No, that little nigga wasn't no kid. That was a bad ass demon seed. That little motherfucker was so bad.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was just destined for him to do dumb shit, bro. I ain't gonna
lie. No, they be like he could have went back home. They be like he couldn't go back home. Yes, the fuck he could have. He could have went back home. He didn't want to go back home.
Yeah, he want to do what he wanted.
If you robbing, you can go murk your daddy. You can if you got a gun and shit, if you really feel like you want to go out here and rob people, you go step on your daddy then nigga. I'm just saying, who the fuck finna run me from around my mama's house?
Yeah,
I'm different though. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't going no fucking work. But no, I ain't know he told though.
I ain't know that. I this is my first time ever hearing this.
As soon as they said he was crying, I knew he was gonna tell. Even if they said he didn't tell, I knew he told something. Cause you don't cry, even nigga. As soon as you get to crying, fool. But
that
you was
low key look AI too.
It looked AI, but he was a minor too though. He was like 15, so I can see him crying, and he wasn't expecting to shoot nobody then. Cause who the fuck shot the dude? Cause nigga, this how I know niggas don't got trigger management. Cause I'm not even cocking a gun low key. Well, I can't say that now. If you going in the rock,
keep your finger on like
the side.
Above
you can literally like put it on the side. Cause all it take is this. What is you doing this for? No trigger management. That's terrible. Had the white, and then they had 2 white girls with them. I knew they were gonna tell. Why the fuck you bring these 2 white girls?
Exactly.
One looked like she was gonna tell. The Mia girl, she looked like she don't even need to be around them.
Yeah. It's 2 things about the court system too, though. I don't mean to go political, but I'm just keeping it real. Being a woman,
for sure.
Being a white.
They didn't get shit. They didn't get shit. Y'all gonna find this out in the video because I saw this through DJ Vlad interviewed her. They didn't get shit. Them niggas are in jail. They are not.
And shout out to everybody though. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all know what it is. We ain't trying to be racist because y'all gonna see it in the video. The white girls put the play together. Just because they didn't, I don't even, who shot, well, I gotta go back and see who shot who, but they put the shit together. They only got probation. Nigga.
Man, fuck it, go back.
If I hit if say me and you, yo, we got a girl, she like, we know two niggas with some bricks down the street. Y'all come rob them niggas. And we go rob these niggas. Now, we wrong as fuck. Dead the fuck wrong. But like, we wouldn't known about this if it wasn't for who? Such and such down the street. And came and got us and told us he didn't got bricks in his house. I'm just saying, like, that's fucking ridiculous. I feel like everybody should get some type of charge. Ain't no probation. Ain't no goddamn probation.
The low key get the big. That's murder for hire.
Ain't no I don't fuck the probation. You need to at least do 7. If I'm doing 44, you need to do
probation. Crazy.
You need to do 4 solid ass years. If I'm getting 50 years, you need to do 5. Did 10% of my crime. You need to get 10% at least of mine. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying.
Hey, 10-year probation.
Look at you, because I got some more shit to say about this shit. Hold on, because this shit gonna get even crazier.
Anyone would be killed.
New at 6, video of teen rapper Tay-K as police question him about his role in a deadly home invasion in Mansfield.
He had just turned 16 years old and was being held in juvenile detention for 2 weeks until an adult could pick him up. His sister Kayla had just bought her apartment after saving up for months and could now be his guardian since she turned 18.
I had got my apartment. Like I said, we didn't have a lot of family like that. In Kimbo, you get released. Juveniles get released. At some point, they're going to get released. You know, so like, he got released to me. I had my apartment. I was 18.
He was officially released by a juvenile court judge only if he agreed to wear a constant surveillance ankle monitor. Pimps was also released on house arrest and stayed close with Tay-K, where they would talk online every night. Police kept Kayla's apartment on constant surveillance and pulled over anyone who left their building. Tay-K spent most of his time online, tweeting out things like this, asking his friends to come over and record since he was on house arrest. Releasing only a few songs on SoundCloud at the time, he was saving the rest for something else. The world hadn't really heard of Tay-K's name yet, but he saw a marketing opportunity where nobody else did. From July of 2016 all the way to March of 2017, almost 8 months, he stayed locked in his room, thinking about his next move. The stress was getting to him. Although only 16, he was looking to be charged as an adult. He had no lawyer, no money, and didn't know what was going to happen to him. Then he had an idea.
Blast crack the phones like a bass. Pop a nigga, then I go out my way.
On Sunday, March 26, 2017, late into the night, Tay-K would post this now infamous tweet saying he was done with house arrest, and social media would spread it around. He called Pimps and the two made a plan. They would both cut their ankle monitors off and make it clear to the world that this was all a game to them. And if police wanted them, they were going to have to play hide and seek. They needed to get out of town, and their first stop would be 3 hours away in San Antonio, where they laid low for a few weeks. Tay-K had no regard for being wanted. He was spotted by fans at malls or even ordering food at local spots. Pimps had been messaging a photographer for a few days named Mark Salvador, who lived around the San Antonio area, and they were planning to meet up to take pictures. But in reality, Tay-K and Pimps needed money, and they planned to rob an innocent man of his camera equipment. They planned to meet around 5 p.m. near an empty parking garage. Mark would show up and hop into the car to smoke, and when he got inside, they would take everything he had and then forcefully kick him out of the vehicle. But when this went down, things didn't go according to plan. Again. Mark began yelling as loud as he could for help, and he ran toward the street. They sped up after him, trying to run him over, but he landed on the hood and held on as they drove off. They had to pull into a Chick-fil-A parking lot nearby to get him off. When the car stopped, Mark got up, stomped on the windshield as hard as he could, breaking it. This agitated Tay-K, and he allegedly leaned out the window and shot him, flinging his body onto the ground and leaving him there to die, unknowing that this was all captured by a nearby surveillance. Now only one thing mattered to Tay-K and Pimps. They had the camera equipment and a little bit of money to get to their next stop, but they needed to stop by home in Arlington first. By now, San Antonio police had already tied Tay-K and Pimps to the murder of Mark from last month at Chick-fil-A. Realizing they needed to leave immediately, they planned to go on a 23-hour car ride to New Jersey, where they knew a few people and a place to stay. Any money they had left would be used just to get there, and they needed every dollar. He even had someone willing to do a music video for free if he went to Jersey. By now, it was early June. Police were receiving tips on his whereabouts, posting wanted posters in areas they believed the two to be.
Bro.
Of course, Tay-K only saw this as another marketing opportunity.
Man had some of the hardest pictures, bro, ever, bro. Nigga took a picture beside his wanted sign.
I remember when this shit was going on. That was me and Joe was talking about this shit in class, and I was like, "This gotta be
crazy."
Cause me, I was a quiet person, and niggas that I knew did crime were quiet. We did not talk about shit. This nigga said, "I'm taking my ankle monitor off." Send. This nigga now when he was later with that girl, I would have left it in, cause I'm finna go to jail. I'm finna go to jail, and I'm facing
fuck it, just
25.
Leave the kid behind.
You might if I'm facing 25, my rule of thumb is, nigga, I'm gonna come out with, if I go in at this point in my life now, I'm coming out at 50. So yeah, leave it fuck in. I'm raising my little nigga from the phone. I'm gonna be like, hey, listen to your mama, nigga.
You gonna leave? You know you not gonna be in this little nigga life.
I'm eventually will.
Be a single mom, low key.
She gonna love me though. She gonna call me when this little nigga doing bad and shit.
So you gonna allow another nigga to step up with your kid?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Cause the nigga going, cause I'm giving the nigga an experience of a lifetime. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for sure. I am.
Yo.
I am. Or I'm gonna freeze my egg, my sperm, and I'm gonna be a sperm donor. I'm gonna freeze my sperm and give them bitches out. I'm gonna procreate. I'm not dying in no prison cell, and I ain't never had no children. I'm just saying, fool. I ain't going out like that. But like now, especially the girl bad. Like the girl at the time, she fucking with him.
Asian persuasion.
I don't know how he didn't leave it in, cause nigga, I just murdered somebody. I just witnessed a murder. I just murdered another nigga. I'm finna do 100 years in my head. Ain't no way I'm finna beat this.
That nigga was on 5 stars on some GTA shit.
Ain't no way I'm finna beat this fool. I just drove 23 hours to New Jersey, nigga. They got 5,000 wanted person. I'm an international state. I'm trying to get out the country. I'm getting on a boat somewhere. I'm going to Medellin. I'm going to fucking Canada. I'm going like over Europe. Y'all not gonna see me no more.
And he taunting them niggas. Look at the wanted sign.
Yeah, I'm not. Y'all not gonna see me no more. I would have been posting videos from overseas, but yeah.
Boy,
niggas crazy, fool. But let's continue.
Decided to make a song about his race from the police.
He saw it as a marketing opportunity. When he saw it as a marketing opportunity, you know what he did? Create a song called The Race. I'm the Tay-K.
That's a legendary.
He's running around. He's showing they got my face on this, whatever. Poked fun at the whole process of people actually looking for him.
It was perfect timing, and to make it better, he wanted to release the song on his birthday. Those following his SoundCloud and Twitter were the first to hear the song, but there was no video just yet. Tay-K, along with the help of a cameraman, would film the music video to The Race the following day, and he didn't charge him a penny for it. It would only take about a day to edit the video, but it was ready whenever Tay-K was. The two spent their last weeks of freedom hiding and eluding the law in New Jersey. Marshals could tell they were getting close to capturing him, and at this point, it was simply a matter of when. Exactly 2 weeks after his birthday, both were eventually apprehended in a New Jersey home. A total of 3 months spanning 96 days, and the race had finally ended June 30th, 2017. But Tay-K still had one more trick up his sleeve, and he wanted the whole world to know his story before he went down. Just 2 hours after he was arrested, the music video to The Race was uploaded to YouTube. The story of this shooter kid who ran from the US Marshals and filmed a music video while doing it. People were instantly engaged, and social media pushed it to every corner of the internet. People couldn't help but tune into the song as it was getting hundreds of thousands of views every day, showing no signs of slowing down. Some of the first remixes and endorsements by other rappers showed up, and the hashtag #FreeTay-K was being posted, but nobody really acknowledged what he was now facing. Now, law enforcement wanted to make an example out of Tay-K, and Texas shows no mercy for the crime of murder. A month after being arrested,
Texas don't give a fuck. Texas and Tennessee are cousins. They gonna fry your ass. They gonna put you in that blender. You gonna do some shit you never would have thought you did.
Sure.
Tennessee a little more lenient, but Texas don't give a fuck.
Texas don't give a damn. Texas don't like niggas.
They do not.
The Texas court system is gonna let you know how country Texas is.
The fact he only there's a reason why he doing 55. I'm surprised that they giving him like life or some shit like that, because maybe because he was a minor at the time because of his decisions, but I'm surprised he did not get life in prison or like close to the death sentence, because 55, nigga.
Yeah,
it's still. It gotta be a reason why they gave him 55 years. I'm pretty sure they're gonna tell us that in this shit. Cause why the fuck you just didn't give him life? No offense, Tay-K. Cause either way you gonna get out when you're 75 years old, nigga.
Hold on, that was before the final case. He was
he gonna do another.
Oh, that was more.
It's more years. That's what I'm saying. Like they stacking them bitches. You might want to give me life, nigga. I ain't coming out ever.
I think the other case was something crazy too. I don't know.
Cause we got two different cases. The first one, the robbery. This little nigga here, but okay. Let's continue to see this shit.
That a judge ruled to sentence him as an adult at 17 years old. But in the outside world, the race had gotten almost 20 million views by now, and some record labels were taking notice. He would still sign a deal amid 2 murder charges. Using all of his past songs, they released a project titled Santana World, with the race headlining the project, and of course, it was very successful. Over the course of the next 6 months, the race would accumulate over 100 million views, including a remix from 21 Savage and Young Nudy, making him one of the only artists in history to have a massive hit song and never perform it. Yet he still appeared to have high hopes of beating his case and coming out the other side a free man. To him, living in jail was only a temporary thing, and he would soon be out.
What's up, bro?
But now, early into 2018, sentences for the 2016 murder of Ethan Walker began being handed out.
Rip you apart.
The first to go down was Megan Holt, who was sentenced to 20 years in February. The courts recognized her as the mastermind behind the whole thing, while Mia, Zach's girlfriend, had been cooperating and working closely with the police, and in exchange was only given a 10-year probation sentence.
What I tell you?
The dominoes
you went and got
around Tay-K were starting to fall. He had already been denied bond, and now the state district judge was upset with the internet's support for him. Here's what he said. It's my understanding that people throughout this country have free Tay-K signs up, and this court has a problem with that. Just after his bail was denied, Letharian Merritt was also sentenced to 40 years after being named the person who shot Ethan Walker and the gunman. Later in June, the media reported that Tay-K was being sued by Mark Salvador's parents for $1 million in damages for the Chick-fil-A killing. This is after finding out he had become a superstar since his capture almost a year before. The following month in July, the parents of Ethan Walker and Zachary Below would follow suit, seeking an additional $1 million from the profits made off of the race. While this is happening, Adam22 was able to get an exclusive 10-minute phone interview from jail where Tay-K would tell the world he was going to be out soon.
That's crazy to think about that. You probably would have already seen the world right now if you weren't locked up. Like, there's crazy amount of opportunities that be available to you right now.
Yeah. I mean, next year gonna be there. I'm gonna be out soon, hopefully.
But during this interview, he also made a huge mistake by admitting he had an iPad in his jail cell.
I got a tablet. Like, I got an iPad. I be listening to music in it.
Just days later, he would have a shakedown where the iPad was found, with Adam later even stating he felt guilty for it happening.
The management did not ask me to remove the part where he talked about having an iPad. And so then he gets in solitary, all kinds of whatever additional charges because he had an iPad, and he's just in jail using the iPad.
By August, Tay-K transferred from the Tarrant County Jail in Texas to a maximum security Long Evans Correction Center, being put into a solitary confinement cell for 23 hours a day. But he never lost his positive optimism, and he posted a picture of himself on Twitter. The caption read, "Live from the gates of hell."
Sipping the purple like spiral. She said she ain't heard from Tay-K in a while. The image on my tears, the crocodile.
The murder charges for Ethan Walker were coming to a close, and another sentence was handed to Ariana Barrett for aggravated robbery. In exchange for her testifying against the remaining 3 men, she was only given 25 years. A week after that, Sean Robinson was given 40 years for the murder. Pimps and Tay-K were still left waiting for their sentence. Both indicted for a second murder charge of Mark Salvador. Pimps was even offered a deal to testify against Tay-K, but he never turned his back. To him, it was still a brotherhood there, and loyalty was forever. But in November of 2018, Pimps would pay the ultimate price for his crimes, pleading guilty to 2 counts of aggravated robbery of Ethan Walker and Mark Salvador, being given 30 years. Just like that, Tay-K's best friend was gone. Now he was the final man standing, and the world wanted to know what was going to happen to him, but no one as much as he wanted to know.
The jury deliberated for a little longer than 3 hours today here before deciding on that 55-year sentence. That song...
In July of 2019, his trial finally began. 3 years of evidence and testimonies being gathered, and prosecutors had a strong case. He pleaded guilty for aggravated robbery, but not the murder. His defense argued that he was a minor who played the least significant role, but it was apparent the jury had already heard enough. The lyrics for the race were legally being used against him, and they even stated that he thrived off the violence and showed no remorse for his actions. His trial only lasted 1 week, and by that Friday, the jury unanimously decided that he was guilty. Taymor says he was only 16 and misguided at the time when this all happened, claiming he was never given a chance to be an adult. His misguided childhood is sad, but should never be used as an excuse for taking the lives of others. Turning 22 years old from behind a cell, Tay-K has definitely matured and is more open to talking about his treatment in prison. And he argues the question, is he rightfully owed a second chance to make things right?
Nigga, I swear to God, all I'm gonna say, hey, listen, I swear to God, if I'm eating, that's on my fucking mama, nigga. Exactly. What was yesterday?
Man, look. Do y'all think Tay-K deserve motherfucking 55?
I'm gonna just say this.
Cause he got the most time, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he got the most time.
I'm gonna say this, fool. Like, Tay-K did some crazy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shit on camera. They got it so down packed to the point they know, like, every word in each sentence of the dialogue they had before the shoot. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I don't know, fool. That white girl shit, fool. Like, 10 years of probation, fool.
Yes.
And they said she orchestrated it.
Yes.
At the house right now.
So it was 2 white girls. The one, she was the youngest one. The youngest white girl, she told on everybody. Then was the other girl, the Megan bitch. She got 20 years. I forgot which one.
I thought it was the black female with him.
It was a black female with. She told too.
And still got 20 years.
Still got 20 years.
So it's like, god damn. What type of lawyer the white girl had? Is all I'm asking, because shit, she put up some Will Chamberlain numbers in this one.
Yeah, the Mia girl, she did an interview with DJ Vlad, the one that's out right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, she told on everybody, fool. Hell, I was told, to be honest with you, because Tay-K didn't even make it out the first interrogation. Shit.
Yeah.
And
he was crying and shit.
I feel like you get what you get and you don't throw no goddamn fit. You went in there, you know what you did.
That shit was crazy. Like, that shit was definitely.
That's what fucked him up. That's what fucked him up. He was probably gonna beat it. He was probably gonna do 10 years. Cause in Texas, they not. When you a juvenile, they give you juvenile unless they walk you down all the way to 17 for try as adult. But he was 15. They would have gave him like 17 years. They would have gave him juvenile life if we got out at 22.
But they say they was trying to charge him with capital murder before he cut his shit.
Oh shit. He still, bro. If he had a good lawyer, he still would have got this.
He had no lawyer.
He sure didn't. He had to go get some money. Shit. Well, you get what you get. I ain't the type of nigga just be. If you went in there and did that shit, you did that shit, fool. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit up here and defend you.
Like, documented.
And you was bragging on it, nigga. Like, I'm not finna sit here and act like it was it was not like we didn't think he did it type of situation. It wasn't no shadow of doubt. Then we was like, I don't think Tay-K murked that nigga. Or I don't think Tay-K had anything to do with the robbery. We know Tay-K did nothing to do with the goddamn robbery, fool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because of the song.
Yeah.
And the minute this nigga said, fuck this shit, that's when we knew, like, he did that shit.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, gentlemen and women and kids of all ages, when you are in an active court situation, them people is looking at you. Especially if you got a murder charge, a robbery charge, a scamming charge, any type of assault, anything that can carry over 10 years sentence, they're going to look at you. You need to be on your best behavior, whether you on bail, whether you in jail. Do not fuck up your sentencing because they looking at all that shit. Because, you know, first thing the prosecutor going to say, they was in jail wilding. They didn't give a fuck. They didn't have remorse. He was online telling people how he didn't do it. He don't give a fuck. They looking at that shit. Don't say nothing. You act innocent as a motherfucker. So, like, that's what I'm saying. They want to put you in there. Tay-K got out and put a song out and said, I did the race. I ain't beat that case, but I did the race. Like, what the fuck? Like, they can look at this nigga. He don't give a fuck about this court proceeding.
That shit was so fucking hard. Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, I thought that was... But
I was telling you niggas back then, he is not getting his goofy ass out, bro. That nigga going to jail.
Yeah. But, like, obviously, like, the situations behind this obviously sad. On a serious note, like, you know, praying for their families. You know, God bless their soul.
You never know. You know, 55, I didn't see 55 without no parole. Let me look up. Let me see.
They say it's over with him. They said he knocking that down bike to bike.
Look at that.
Man.
Tay-K, get 55 with parole. Yeah, he got sentenced to 55 years and was eligible for parole after serving half of his time. So 27 and a half years, he'll be eligible for parole. So you got to do 30 regardless. So, I mean, you know, life ain't over with. You know, life ain't over with. You know what I'm saying? You still got time. Laws change every day. You know what I'm saying? People niggas from the 60s getting out now. So, you know what I'm saying? You never know. So just don't,
but here's my thing.
Just
like,
don't do no stupid shit.
Like, 20, 30 years, right? I'm going to be by 50. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Man, nigga ain't gonna be looking forward to no motherfucking like Tay-K, the race. They gonna be, you know, I'm gonna still be fine, right? You know, lifting weight. You know,
I think I'm talking about his behalf. At least I get to get out and get some pussy. You gotta think about this shit. I get to get out.
He ain't gonna have no life.
Shit, fuck it.
He gonna have no life after serving them years.
At least I'm outside. At least I can go see the beach. I can go drink a beer. I can go legally smoke some weed. Like, I can go gamble. Like, you're not in a cage 23 hours a day.
But it's like you also go back to those memories you had before you went in and realize.
And your partner still gonna be locked up. Cause I don't know if they got to do 40. No, one of your partner got to do 30. Your best friend, y'all probably get out at the same time if you get parole. If you get parole, you and him probably be out at the same time.
Man.
So, that's all I got, y'all.
I ain't hear no more.
Yeah, that's all I got. I mean, look, stay up, stay down. Leave a comment what y'all think Tay-K should do. Send in niggas a fan mail.
Man, what? Man, shout out Tay-K, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out Tay.
My dog, man. Free Tay-K, man.
I don't know about free you, but walk your time down, black boy.
I just hate he did this shit, man.
Yep. Walk your time down, black boy. All right, y'all. We're gonna be back with another one. This Clouted React. Shout out Thuggin'. And we out this motherfucker.